And hello, welcome. Let's see, we have also some music somewhere, somehow. Let's go. Okay, let's randomize it for this time again, as it is always the same. Otherwise, it is Saturday evening, at least here, and I guess on most places on this planet it is also Saturday, maybe even some places Sunday, I don't know. Welcome! And yes, I am unfortunate. Okay, I did indeed change a little bit about my setup. So, yes, sorry, I have indeed my nerd magnifying glasses on, because those damn books from Nagash in his belt, they are small. And I don't see a thing, even with my normal reading glasses. So, welcome to the stream. Let's make it a little bit less loud. Yeah, so it is Nagash. I have been, as I promised yesterday, as I said yesterday, I have been painting today on Nagash. Quite a bit, but it's still going very slow. As I said, he has 9 books. One of them is painted, 3 of them are already painted and ready. This one is almost, now I can see if I have been, yay! This one is almost finished. This one I am working on. I have 2 other ones that are still waiting. Now, by now they are almost dry. Good. I have decided to work with a wash on the books, as with all those small details, layering is almost useless, I would not say, but more work than it needs. So only, yeah, I completely forgot how much detail is on there, especially all those nice little bones, of course. So that's why I have decided to paint them all in an off-white. Let's see, this was Mojave white from Scale Color, and I did choose that color because it does look a little bit like the bone color, the skeleton bone color that we all know from all kinds of paint manufacturers. So in fact a little bit of an off-white. And as I am going to use washes, I only need to get no. And why didn't I use a different one, like a Reaper? Well, I even tried the Pro Acryl. Pro Acryl is also nice, and I don't have a bone white or off-white from that, but there I have a skin color that is quite the same. The only thing is they are quite thin and need quite some layers. Unfortunately, I am now painting a few hours on a wet palette, and now the paint has gone a little bit wet. It's not wet. No, maybe it is. I don't know. I don't see a ring on it, but you never know. I have heard crazier stories, but so now this paint is just as thin as the other paints, which means I have to do several layers, because also I am a cheap ass Dutch guy and I will not throw away a whole blob of paint just because it's too thin. Then we can better use several layers and more time. I mean, this is part 26 of my Nagash stream. My Nagash stream, so that is so yeah, I'm still struggling a bit with getting my paint work in focus, chatting and thinking about what I am saying and going to say, and painting. But it will get a little bit better. Yeah, normally if I paint, I am not this, well, I am focused, but these are such small things, and of course I don't want to.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Kablamo! Yay! Welcome, welcome, Raiders! Whee! Okay, one moment. I'll be there for. Whee! Welcome, everybody. Let's see who we have here. Of course, we have Shanua Muse's Touch. R. Yeah, I cannot pronounce the rolling R. Sorry. Mini Mommy, Tony Howell. Thank you, and a couple of other people. Welcome. Hi, I am the Bold GM. Still figuring out why my players got me that name. Have no idea. Still tearing my hairs out. Yeah. Hey, Tea Kettle. Hello. And Sionis. Greetings. Gambit. Wow. Hello. Yeah, no problem, Gambit. And thank you for the follow back. Nice. So yeah, as I was talking to myself a few minutes ago, I have been yesterday. I promised myself and my viewers I will be working on Nagash. When I get nervous with so many people in the room, then I start drinking more and more coffee and babbling a lot. That is my way. Tony Howell will be right back. Yeah, no problem. Just refreshing so that you. Oh yeah. If you want to, please refresh the site, because then I do also get all the views on my account. Not very important, but it is nice for all those Twitch chats, the stats. I mean, I got to catch the last bits of your stream. Got my short back problem. Oh, okay. I got to got mine short because of back problems. Sorry to hear that. That's I know it is a problem with what we do here, but also I have since my 24th I have also back problems now and then. But hey, and Tony Howell is back. Yeah. So no, it's so yeah, no. Thank you for watching. That's appreciated. So yeah, this is the mini that I am painting. Started it last year. I believe it was around September, I guess. And this is the 26th time that I am painting it on stream. So yeah, there are, and every stream was about 2 hours. So yeah, but then this is Nagash, Supreme Lord of the Undead, one of the last Warhammer, old Hammer models that I bought. This model is still available. I believe only then it is for AOS. The difference is, I believe it or not, it's not the model, it's the base. This is a Warhammer base. It's a square. for AOS, it's more a skirmish game, you have a round base. And as far as I know, that's the difference, also the price. I did buy this model for around 80 euros, and nowadays it is already over the 100 euros. So yeah, and oh yeah, for everybody who does not know, did not come in with the raid, it's Muse's Touch's birthday. So do I have? I don't have a birthday thingy, but I do have a happy birthday, Muse's Touch. So yeah, I am just to introduce myself for those who have not seen my streams yet. I am the Bald Gem. I normally called Roy. You can call me Baldy, Roy, GM. I don't. As long as I know that you mean me and it is decent, I have no problems with whatever nickname you give me. Yeah, happy birthday, Muse's Touch. I'm a mini painter for over 30 years already, and my brain works faster than my mouth can utter it. So most of the time, yeah. Oh hey, hi Tony, nice to have you in the chat for the first time. Yeah, so I have a lot of problems that I am talking and suddenly have completely lost what I was talking about, or do not remember what I was talking about, so sorry for that. That's why I also drink a lot of coffee to get more hyped up, so I hope that the rest of my body can catch up with my brain. I am a bit of a nerd, but I am not nerdy enough to know
all I have is coffee.
Hydrate, well, that was Viking Pie. Hello, welcome. Right, Viking Pie. Cheers, thank you very much. Before I go on with streaming, Viking Pie had a very nice question about miniature handles. So if you don't mind, I will take a little bit of time to show some. And of course, the most simple ones are these. Oh no, I did put that one away. I hope. You see, I have gathered my. I also jump from one thing to another very easily without knowing that where the last jump was. So yes, 1 hour later, I have changed a little bit of about my setting again because my monitor was a little bit too high. Changed it, and yes, I have my miniature holders that I almost never use lately, the last few years, because I'm painting a lot of big minis. Well, one of the most simple miniature holders is just a cork. You use some blue tack or something the like to put it on. Just showing it for especially batch painting and quick painting. I like these. The only thing is they are too short. I like something in my hand. Then we have the well-known Citadel or Games Workshop Snap-on hobby holders. They work pretty easy, especially for people who switch a lot of minis. Here and there you can snap on smaller, yeah, the normal. Oops, don't worry, it's a plastic Space Marine, a very old one. So that is. You also have this is the second edition they have. This used to be quite thicker, now it's thinner. This you can hold it nicely in hand, but you can also move it a little bit better in a lot of different directions. You can even hold it like this when you are painting, because every mini painter knows you have to paint sometimes even upside down. Tony Howell, what is all this? I use milk bottle tops and blue tack when I need to do a lot of work from underneath the Mini. Yeah, quick, he's making a run for... Quick, he's making a run, oh, okay. That is the one thing that I did. I also glued a magnet under it. So I did use... Normally had a metal plate in front of me where I could stack them, so they don't. I could take the whole metal plate away, and that's it. Then we have, yes, this is the Game Envy handles luxury. I just hold the bases. Hey, everybody has his own thing. Yes, I know, but as I said, I do like to have something in my hand, and I did use, and I will come to them in a moment. And thank you, Shiny Mew Pants. Hello. Thank you for the follow. Good, I will remember that. So this one has a nice little secret part where you can put a little bit of blue tack. No, that's exactly one of the things. If you have a good holder, then even this one is a little bit too small for me. Or your fingers on wet paint. That's also one of the things. I have seen somebody. This one is a 3-part. And why do I say 3-part? Because yeah, no, this one is really stuck. This is a. I have seen people using it in a different way, so you can because you have nothing to hold on. They use this to hold on, and then you can still turn the Mini. That's a possibility, but what I like, and yeah, if I am painting, I hold it like this and I can rest my hand on here and I can still paint the Mini very well without even touching the whole Mini. And that's what I like about the Game Envy one, especially this handle. I don't know about I tried to find the price for it. I have ordered 2 more. So because I do like this one, also it's a really nice fit. Only for my pinky a little bit too short still. But I do know this one is still cheaper than the very luxury ones that I have bought. The first ones that I bought. Those are these ones. These are from Red Core mini handles, 2 parts. Oh, in fact. 4 parts, but it's a stand that you can use. You have a holder. You have 3 sizes of handles where you can put your hand on for resting, and you have a bunch of corks. They all come with this standard cork, and you see this one has already the ridges in it, and I believe that you can put the Mini with a round base. With a 25mm base in there, pop them in, and now it's already stuck, and you can start painting. They also have a slit in the middle, so you have minis that are still on for slaughter bases. A little trick that I have learned. These corks, if you do not use that often, it will dry out. And I just get my box here. You also have this red core. Can I find? Ah, yeah, there we have one with the name still on it. Red core. This is the V3. They are made out of wood. And they are quite expensive. This whole set with only the standard cork, and now I'm getting the standard cork with it. This is just the standard flat cork. This whole set is about 30 euros. Very sturdy. For me, indeed, they have the very nice length. You have 2 or 3 different colors for the wood. But my little tip, if you ever buy these, on the cork, you cannot put, the blue tag will not really stick to it. Also the cork can get a little bit damaged on the top. Before you use it, put a little bit of plastic in between here. Just like some cellophane or you have sometimes when you have the very thin slices of meat for your sandwiches. Take a little strip. Do I have something that I can? I have a piece of paper. I mean, just put a little piece of plastic in between. Get a little bit of PVA, thin down PVA glue, and put 2 or 3 layers on the top. So it will protect the cork. Also, thanks to the PVA glue, the blue tack does stick much better. And they also have, because a lot of games use 32mm bases, they have also bigger corks. And let's see, this is the same one. And you have 3 different sizes of, yeah, you have to buy them different. You have to buy them separately. You have 3 sizes. And if you're painting all human-sized minis, like the 28mm normal minis, you can use this one. For the little bit bigger, this ones. And this one is up to 90mm models you can paint and use those handles for. And Viking Pie, this was especially a little thingy for you. I have all of them. If you say you want to try them out, I have several of them. I can mess with you if you want to bring them to our D&D game. I will. You can try them out. Yeah, that's about the oh yeah, and you can, the Citadels holders, I don't believe that Scenery Workshop sells them, but the Red Car does. And yeah, the Game Envy one, I have not found a European seller. But yeah, I could add them to my Kickstarter. But I do not know when this, you will let me know, okay? But I cannot tell you exactly right now when I have to finalize my order. But I guess that will be, oh wait, nah, never mind. We will talk about it, we keep in touch. So that is, oh, and just to complete everything, indeed, I heard already a lot of people talking about it. Bottle caps. Oh, on the one other thing. Oh, I do have another. Oh, yeah. I have a special one made for the head of Nagash. This is a red core handle. They do sell cheaper ones, but these are still 20 euros. So that's only the cork. This part, only this part. The lower part is the Red Grass gaming handle. Also too short for me. That one has an advantage. Yes, advantage. You can change the caps if you want to paint several minis at a time for batch painting. So I just glued a red core cheaper handle on it just to try it out. But then I realized this is still more expensive than even these. So, but for the Game Envy holders, those bottle caps, you can buy. I mean, these things. You can buy several of them at Game Envy. But I have, sorry that I have to say, but you can, there are certain soda bottle caps that also fit on them. No. And Tea Kettle, do you have a favorite handle or do you like them all about the same? No, to be honest, the red core is certainly my favorite. Although I am painting a lot of larger minis lately, and so yeah, then this one is a little bit in the way. But just from the grip for me and the exchangeable corks and everything, this one is. These are still my favorite. Especially, I can imagine I am not a jump. I am no longer a batch painter. So yeah, I like the quick snap-ons for the Games Workshop models. I have no really use for it. Also, somehow I always put a little bit too much force on the minis. I guess because sometimes I even push them off the handle, and although the strength is quite heavy on them, quite good. So it's probably more my way of painting than the Games Workshop folds. But yeah, other things that you can use are of course pill bottles or smaller plastic flasks. What I always do with these is I fill them up with a little bit of sand and PVA glue, so they do not tip over very easily, and they also have a good grip. So indeed, you can just as almost everything in this hobby, you can make it as almost as cheap or as expensive, certainly as expensive as you want. You just have to find the ways to accomplish it. I mean, I am a painter that I have no wife. I work long hours. So yes, I do have the money, and well, this is you cannot see my room, but it's a big room, and yeah, that's quite a nice car I have standing here. And well, that's where I spend my money. I don't go on real holidays and anything. Just maybe a day off. That's so that's it. I'm not somebody who I buy too much, but I could go much cheaper. Even I'm Dutch. Tony Howell, yeah, I don't do batch painting either. I found it soul destroying. I much prefer painting on individual minis than moving on to something different next to keeping things fresh. Yeah, well, that's a little bit that I found out yesterday about my Nagash. I have been already painting so long on it, I am getting bored of him, and that's not good. So that's why I am, I'm already talking half an hour. I still have not painted yet, but I have painted on him, and I will be painting. Oh, tomorrow I have D&D. Damn. Oh my God. Okay. No, I need to finish him as quickly as possible. I have other stuff to paint. Really? Yeah, I have. No, I mean, I do have stuff that I want to paint, and I have stuff that I need to paint. As always. But that's my way of working. It's my retirement fund. Yes, indeed. When I in about 18 years,
take a shot, motherfucker. Take a shot.
Before I even start taking my shot, I know Games Workshop does have a really great. Well, most painting brands have their own brushes, and you have those nicely very expensive. I paint with Raphael. What is it? 8404s, and I have some AK Premium Siberian Kolinsky brushes, very thin, great for lining. But do you need that to really paint good? No. I could do the same thing, only it would be maybe a little bit more difficult. For me at least, because especially lining those brushes, they are worth their money. But these are cheap as makeup brushes. So as long as they are usable, I use them, then I throw them away, and I have a bought a few. These are from Kruidvat, so local. What is that called in America and in England? Drugstore. So that's their own brand, and they cost me €3. This is part of a set of 3. I do not so quickly know. Oh, those are still on the thing in my big box. I use those also as a dry brushes, and those 3 brushes were not even €1 a piece from Lidl. So, as I say, you can make it as cheap and as expensive as you can afford. Let's make it that. Tony, how all started on my sewer diorama today? Okay, been doing the prep and work measurements out up till now, but it's nice to get started. That is certainly because we have all seen Tony's work just a moment ago in Carol's stream, and wow. Only yeah, the one thing that startled me a little bit on your on that sentence is you are doing measurements. I'm really good at that, and this is and even with a little bit of for those who yes, you can get me a shot on my stream. Why not? And this is probably going to be my new this is Dutch rum, Flying Dutchman, and I guess now I started this last year, and then I had a whiskey, then I had a dit, then I had a that. I think this will be my brand on stream, just because the Flying Dutchman, I'm Dutch, it has something. Viking Pie, to your health. Bottoms up. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, and again, I was stealing a little. I tried to steal a little bit from Carol's stream. Yeah, she also drinks rum. This is a Dutch rum, so that. And it's the Flying Dutchman. Hey, I have a nice boat, so maybe I can make for my fallen hands. You can ask to bring out the Kraken. Maybe I can bring out the Dutch. Oh yeah, that's a big ass. No, I'm. Never mind. That will not going to be happening. This is a painting stream, not a talking stream, not a little bit of a chatting stream. But I am at the end of my stories now, and that is how this stream goes a little bit different than Carol's stream or anybody else's stream. That is, we need to differentiate a little bit here and there. So I am painting Nagash. I do that in several parts, as otherwise you cannot paint the model. There is so much. These are the swells where he is standing on, and you can imagine if these are around the model, you cannot even reach the model everywhere. On Carol's stream I was painting, and I had several times this part somewhere behind my glasses stuck. Thank you. But it's still a very, very cool model. Good. This book is almost done. I give it is bone bound. All his books are bone bound, meaning they are all bones out of it. And of course, if there is stitching, I make them sinew, and I did on Carol's stream find out sinew is always white, at least natural sinew. So we are going to make the stitch. It is already quite white, but let's make it even a little bit whiter. Normally I zoom in a little bit better, so you can see even a little bit better what I do. The only thing is, then you will see more of my head than of the mini and the painting process, as because I am wearing these magnifying glasses and I need to have a certain distance to the mini. I try to paint without them, but these details are so small. After half an hour I did get a headache, so that's why I decided to unfortunately start painting with the blinding light on my head. Good. Now this one has all kinds of small, there we go again, watch out you, hitting the boss, Now, all those small little, on this side I can still nicely see that there are eye sockets on all those skulls, but a little bit more contrast would not be liked. Again, my brain trying to say in two different ways the same thing, that doesn't work. And I was so happy that I finally found the time, well, to paint Nagash. Had a great stream, Carol. Thank you very much. Loved it. Then I totally forgot. How is everybody doing? Great professional streamer. Never ask how your viewers are doing. And if you are working on something, my chat is link friendly, and I am certainly happy to show things off as long as they fall within the normal decent Muses does, hey, time for me to run. Muses does have a great stream build and a great rest of the weekend to the rest. Yeah, you have a great birthday party and everything. Enjoy. And thanks again for the stream. See you next time. I am using a black wash to just get little dots where the eye sockets are or should be. In this case I am going for my very thin detail work brush. Don't forget to offload. And this is unfortunately one of the things that I always hate about mini painting. And indeed Tony already said, I believe it was Tony, about the whole batch painting. I have done that for years and years. I started out as a war gamer, a tabletop war gamer. So lots of batch painting, and at those times no problem, loved it. But since I discovered that there are something like singular minis, also painting busts, as you can see in the middle of my screen, there is a picture of a nice tiefling bust. He is also the reason that I have to finish this mini before the end of next month, as my community did pay quite some fallen hairs, meaning the channel points on Twitch to get me to paint that bust, as they also did with Nagash. Why did they spend those minis? Because I have always been afraid of this mini. Has been I bought it 5 years ago. No, I think even longer. Even longer ago, and it has always been on one of my shelves in my room, and every time I saw it, oh, I have to paint it, but I already knew it would be a pain in the ass to paint. When I look back now, was certainly not such a big pain in the ass. Only, yeah, no, now with all those small details, it still feels a little bit like batch painting. I mean, all those bones. But I am very glad that my community got me to it. Otherwise it would still be in his box, and it is a too great mini to just keep standing in your on your shelf. Oh man. Those eye sockets, those were not a big problem. No, these one probably will also be not a big problem, but there are almost no eye sockets visible. That's why I wanted to add some extra black. Look, like this middle one. If you can hardly. Always do that with your most precious and expensive brushes. Penalty. Yep. Let's see if we can get that a little bit closer. There it is. That middle on the top. Yeah, the right one looks really like a skull. The middle one, or at least the one next to it. Yeah, nice white blob, but that is nothing to see or anything to recognize as a skull. So let's get a few tiny black spots. On there. Fucking bye. I will be heading off, not feeling too well. Oh, well then I hope you recover quickly. Take your rest. Thank you for popping by. I see you in 2 weeks. For those who do not know, Viking Pie is my DM at our gaming club. We are starting with session, well, it's not officially session, we start with character creation. We have just finished a short campaign from level 1 to level 6, because Viking Pie wanted to see if he even liked DMing, and he did. So we are going to continue with a Curse of Strahd campaign. And yeah, my name would say that I am the DM. Yeah, I have been DMing for 11 years, but had to, yeah, you know, life. I have quite since 10 years quite a busy work schedule, unfortunately, and thus, yeah, that is my vortex painter, also called, oh my god, I did write a name on it, my little, oh, I forgot your name, oh my god, yes, I did name her after the cow. It will come to me, I am sure of it, sorry. But yeah, I've been DMing for about 10 years, but because of my work. And I also would like to play more. Thus I had first two players who took it over, and later it was Viking Pie who took over, and so now my DM, and in 2 weeks we start a Curse of Strahd campaign with character building. Well, in fact, I have my character already built, only need to make the stats, that's the only thing. And tomorrow I am also playing Dungeons and Dragons. Yes, in an also Curse of Strahd. What? Isn't that cheating? Because then you have all information. Nope, I don't. Because with Dungeons and Dragons, if you play the same story but with two different DMs and a completely different bunch of people, the story will certainly be completely different. Well, the main story is the same, yes, I know. But I am playing with the other DM. She has written the whole campaign and has already rewritten quite some parts of it, as it is not horror enough. And well, we wanted to play in a real horror scenario campaign, so she has rewritten a lot of things, so I doubt that I will find the same problems with the campaign of Viking Pie. He does know that I am playing in a campaign, of course, with for the same campaign, same kind of campaign. I certainly will not keep that a secret from him. But also I have a very bad short-term memory. Short-term memory. There we go. So there will be more like at the moment that we have done something. Oh, wait. Yeah, that was the solution to this. Ah, right. Then things like before they happen, that I recognize the whole situation and say, oh wait, but, and by the way, I am a D&D player. What I know does not need my doesn't say that my character knows. That's always been one of my strong points when I play D&D. I think like my character, and I know what my character knows. Otherwise it would certainly have, otherwise there's no fun. And I'm also going to play two completely different characters. Tomorrow I am going to play a very traumatized Hey, Asnabal, hello, welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? I was just talking about my D&D adventure that I have to play tomorrow. Well, to start off, as this will be our official session 1 Curse of Strahd. The session 0 was already very spooky. At least our DM managed to give us all, and we are 5 players, quite some goosebumps. Beautiful. Nice. And tomorrow at least she got us all running. We still are not one party. We have had not an official introduction of all our characters. And I am playing a cleric of the grave with some nice traumas and very insecure. Always good for a priest. And she also managed to get to be possessed by a demon. So there's I think there is enough going on to have a nice horror adventure. Now see if we can get together as a group. Our DM, I know our DM, oh, she's really good at it. So that certainly will be no problem. Oh, there we have one more. And yeah, I am painting the 9 books of Nagash. Lots and lots of bones, a lot of skin. I think I will give the skin a little bit of a... It does already look quite nice, nice and old. Let's add a little bit of... I don't want to make it too light, so I'm going for the Resurrection Flesh. It's a little bit more of a rosy skin tone, but I also do not want to make the whole skin tone too light. So I will add a little bit of an ochre yellow. Just to give it that little bit of an unhealthy look. And also thin it down very much, almost make it into a glaze. Gambit, we got to shoot off, but catch you again next time. Yeah, have a great weekend. Thank you for popping by. See you next time. Thank you. I will certainly try to get a little bit like wear and tear on it. With very thin paints, always think about to let everything dry before you start a new layer. I do the whole thing white. Just give everything a nice coat of it, mainly, and then towards the edges. It will make the skin look a little bit more yellowish, thus a little bit more unhealthy. We'll certainly give it a second layer in a moment. Let that dry. Well, that is drying. Let's get the spot brush out again, and we are going to do some of those stitching. Which I use the first a few layers of the off-white. Just trying to indeed only touch the sinew itself, the little raised areas, as I did quite an effort to get that nice black on all the holes of the stitches. Would be a shame to fill them in with white again. And why am I using a off-white? Because the pure white would, yeah, I am certainly going to use 2 coats of this off-white. The off-white has always a little bit of yellow in it, which does cover the black a little bit better than just the pure white. Normally, if I paint over black and I want something to be white, I would use even an ochre color. But these pieces are so small that the off-white is already doing the trick very well. So little paint, it's almost already dry. Hey Scoot, hello, welcome, welcome. That's cold coffee. No, I'll salute you with a free hydrate with coffee. And I have learned my lesson now. Because this is a new thermos and it does keep my coffee really hot. So small sips. But how is Scoot doing? This Saturday, and over here it is evening, and I believe, at least as I know you from Capmasters chat, I guess you are somewhere in America, so it is probably afternoon. So you better have learned your lesson, otherwise I might get out of... Oh. My time is it for... Sorry, now I am a little bit... I guess I am a little bit too concerned about my painting. Oh, what is my time? It is 9:30 p.m. Oh, white time. Yeah. Now I see the typo. Yeah, it's a few hours difference. But today, at least it is Saturday, I didn't have to work. So at least I had a nice restful day. Yesterday I did stream too. Almost at the same time, only yesterday I had to start work at at 5 o'clock, which meant I had to get up at 3 o'clock. So yesterday I was a little bit more tired than I am now. But yeah, that's just my job, my work. I still have to pay my bills. And I do quite often complain about my work. Mainly the hours, but hey, I'm still working there, so there are also things that I do like. I still have a lot of good and nice co-workers, and those are the ones that keep me there. And as long as I do have my Friday and Saturday streams, I'm already quite happy. Although I would like to stream a little bit more. Especially lately I have a little bit a problem with if I don't stream, I also do not paint. That's one of the reasons why Nagash is taking so long. And also, but the only problem is, yeah, if I have my normal work is officially 7.6 hours, but most of the time it is between 8 and 10 hours, which is not extremely long, but also days from to up to 12 to even 14 hours are, yeah, they are an exception, but unfortunately also not such a big exception that you can say it's only 1 or twice a year. It's sometimes a little bit but yeah, well, I mean, if I work more hours, I also get more paid, meaning I can buy more minis, of which I don't have time to paint. And I also start to realize since a few years that, well, I am 52 at the moment. And yeah, that's a nice age. But the first physical problems do start to pop up, like a bad back. Well, okay, a bad back I have already for more than 20 years. But I have luckily managed to watch how carefully I pick up things, that kind of stuff. So that's going quite good. But yeah, my knees are a little bit. They think they are already 80, I guess. Let's do the stitches one more time on this book. That's why now for my back I am using a knee stool. I don't know exactly if you know what I mean, but it's not a stool with a back, but I am sitting on my bottom and resting my knees or my legs under it, so I have a little bit of a hollowed back, which is for my back is perfect. Only yeah, if you have knee problems is a big word, but yeah, sometimes when I walk I can hear crunching in my knees, and since a year sometimes even a little bit of pain. And yeah, did go to the doctor. Yeah, it's all a little bit worn, but you are 50. Yeah, okay. Anywho, that's nothing anybody can help me with. Luckily I have where I work, if I tell that I have problems with my back and my knees, they will try to help me with it. So not too much work that I can't handle. Of course I have to tell them several times that no, that is work I cannot do. But yeah, and that is enough about work. It is weekend. Now I wanted to make this book is bound close with something that looks like a rope. I wanted to make it just like the stitches, more like a sinew type of material, but then everything gets quite white as it is covered in bones. So I am thinking, let's do this a little bit different. Let's use a nice bright color for it. And Tony, lol, you'll be 55 next month. Ah, I get it about the ailing body parts. Yeah. Let's and there's only, as we always say, there's only one guy that does think about what is wrong with you, and that is yourself. So you have to take care of yourself a little bit better. On the other hand, I also totally agree with I had for a long time a Russian colleague, from Siberia. So if you want to talk, Russians are tough people, Siberians are even tougher. But they have literally a saying, if you are 40 plus and you get up in the morning and you don't feel any pain anywhere, then better lay down and wait till the coroner comes because you are dead. It's a rough saying, but she told me that 10 years ago. At that time I had something, yeah, okay. I can imagine that now. I also must say I grew up, my mother is also a really tough woman. If she starts talking about, oh, I have a little pain there and there, I guess most of us would already be in the hospital, begging for painkillers. And yeah, she did not really teach me, but more showed me like, yeah, you can complain about everything that hurts, everything that bothers you, but in the end, you are the one who has to deal with it. And yeah, there are a lot of kinds of medicine. You can go to a doctor every time. But I mean, she is 80. She has 2 hip replacements. She has 1 knee replacement. She has reuma. Luckily, a kind that does not make her joints disform. Sometimes you see people that have really severe reuma that they cannot even bend their fingers. Well, the pain she still has, but she does not get those. What the? Oh? Sorry, boy, Scoot, but what is this? Since when does Streamlabs decide what to? What is this? Okay, now I am. Why, what is? This is something I need to find out, but what? Oh, wait, I forgot one program. Why did Scoot get a timeout? Come on! What is this? Where can I find anything about this? This is nonsense. Oh, wait a moment. Well, oh, security was on minimum. Check Twitch chat rules. I have no idea what happened, but I don't see why Streamlabs should give you a timeout. Because all of the safeties are off. Yeah, it does see here you did use quite some. Yeah, it says please refrain from spamming caps. But Streamlabs, I am my own mod. Yeah. As soon as I have 3,000 viewers at one time, okay, I will turn you on. But This is a little bit bust a cap check. Hey, hello David. Yeah, you typed 4 words. Sorry for that, Scoot. And hello David, how are you? How's life? At least I have turned the Streamlabs security off now. It was on minimum, so anyway, Granny Cyborg. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Oh no, David, you busted a toe? No, 1% Egyptian mummy. Ooh. And Scoot, you are talking a little bit in riddles to me right now. Grannython 3000. Sounds great. But how did that happen, David? I mean, yeah, busted a toe. Well, okay, I can imagine a little bit. I mean, who didn't hit his toe while walking through their own homes? Ah, damn. Those damn bones. A dry brush. Not a dry. Oh. Wow. This one is really, I really cleaned this one. Oh, new work shoes. Oh, buzz blood blister. Oh, god damn. Oh, and infected, and you have diabetes. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, that's new work shoes. Yeah, that. Oh, I can completely imagine that. At our job, my job, they are exactly the same. As soon as you need new shoes, yeah, we will get them if you really need them. No, give them. It's better that you make. Oh, thank you for the bits. Thank you. More minis! Yay!
David at Cole Darrenco has shared bits. Thank you,
Yeah,
David
I
at
almost
Cole
was done
Darrenco
with
for
all my
supporting the channel.
Paid work. Thank you. But yeah, I have always said, in fact, you always need two pairs. One pair that is already that you have already worn for a longer time, and one pair that you can wear sometimes, so you can get used to them, or better said, they get used to your feet. Yeah, but okay, hey, yeah, those are quite expensive. Yeah, I know. But what if people get trouble with blisters and stuff and cannot work? No, that's not that expensive, I guess. But damn. And of course, when you say indie, but I mean, if you say work shoes, then I do guess that those are also with the steel noses in them, the toe protectors. That should be, those should be protecting your toes, not. Oh yeah, you said a wait, yeah. Of course, blister. My mind is a little bit off, as always. Sometimes, most of the time. So I need to, between these bones, redo a little bit. A little bit of lining, so we take out my lining. Cheap build quality, yeah. Would be better if it was sandpaper boots. Ow. But yeah, I know what you mean. No, those are really expensive shoes. Those are really expensive shoes. Yeah. They can be maybe expensive for the whole company, and I mean, I don't know how many people work where you work. But when I see that where I work, we have about 50 people. No, yeah, about 50 people. That work on a contract base, so that are in fact really working for the company, and then we have about 100. Those are all temp-like people, and they have their own shoes. At least they get their own shoes from their company. So I would say to our company, come on, it's for the health of your own employers. And okay, I don't know what kind of regulations they have for the shoes. I mean, I work in the meat industry, in the food industry. Our shoes are not allowed to have laces unless there is a part that we can cover it with. So that is why our company does not say, here you have some money and buy your own shoes. I know that there are companies that do that. They just say you get every year you get this amount of money for new shoes. You can then you can buy your own one as long as they are up to regulations, and then you can also at least try out shoes if they really fit, if they yeah. Shoes are so important. A lot of people forget that, unfortunately. Let's see, is my black ink still my black ink is still inky. So let's get a few. Am I even still painting? Yeah. You can see that I am doing something. Wild Snorrent. Okay. Now I'm a little bit intrigued. Which means, why not? I am going to pokey catch. I normally do not participate in my own chat with the Pokemon catching, but now I am a little bit intrigued in what is a Snorrent. Again, I am. Oh, how is my? I was one metallic book. Looks good, only not dark enough. I could give it a nice wash again, but I think I will just draw lines with my ink. That is, I think better. Good. So one book. This book is almost done. 3 more books to go. Yay! Which I am not going to finish today. Too bad. Oh wow, hey, I'm the only one hunting and I did cut it. Hey. Then I do want to know what the Snorrent is. Then I have to go to Twitch, to my own channel. Really? Yeah. Oh, I do have, yeah, there we go. Pokemon community games. No, I don't want to sort them. I want them by name. I want to go to the S. And Snorrent. What the? Okay. No idea how to, yeah, it's a triangle that shakes. It looks a little bit like a like Kenny from South Park that has crawled up in his hood. I got a message. Fishing contest? No, thank you. Good. Now I know that. The rope that I originally wanted to make into a sinew shape color thing, I decided to make red. And am I going to make it red? Yeah, let's make it red. Yes, with all the bones, it's already quite pale. And yeah, the sinew is real. It should be really white. Good. Let's use a red rope to tie this book. Just to give it a little bit of extra color. Go. And of course, if we wanted to make a bright red color, make it white first. Then, oh, I did change my. Let's use that one. The Reaper paints are a little. Let's not use the Reaper one. Let's use the nice scale color one. And this is almost no longer readable. The Aldebaran red. no, I need that one. Do we have a little piece of paper? Yes, I just remembered a little thing. Oops. So there you are. I don't forget. And let's get this red. It is almost an orange. If I would see it on its own, I would indeed say it is an orange. Seeing it next to an orange, it is still quite red. I'm a bit almost off screen. As always, painting these kinds of last details. You don't want to mess up the rest that you have already painted. So you are concentrating more on painting than on breathing. I never held my breath so long that I would pass out, that I did pass out, but I did have times that I really was gasping for air after I had painted something. And thus I am also getting a little bit more quiet. Whoops. I was yesterday a little bit surprised. I got tomorrow I have my D&D game. Concentration, yeah, indeed. But I got a little surprise from my DM. Tomorrow we have our official session 1 of the Curse of Strahd game. We had a months ago we had our session 0. And a few of our party members have already met each other. So we have now we have 5 members, 5 people playing, so 5 characters. And they all are now running somewhere in some kind of strange mist. And the surprise that I got from our DM for tomorrow, well, I have to bring a couple of minis. Yeah, no problem. I'm the mini painter. I do have all the minis. That's no problem. Oh, and also people already bring a level 2 and a level 3 character sheet with you. Okay, but just to be sure, you do not mean make a new 2 new characters to bring to the game just in case of? No, she's very positive that we will get already to level 2 or at least level 3 or maybe even level 3. Okay, It's that's nice. Especially if you know that that was session 0 last time and I almost died. I was already working on my death saves. So yeah. And certainly that was not the DM's fault. We had a little talk afterwards. Roy, I really did not expect you to do that. Attacking a vampire. Yeah, well, it's an undead and I am follower of the Raven Queen, so undead have to die. I now realize that vampires are maybe a little bit too powerful for my character, and my character does know that now. So the next time I probably will have her do more thing like run away. Would probably be a little bit better. Now, as I said, the color does look a little bit like orange next to a red, but next to an orange it does look red. On the mini it does look like orange. Meaning I will take a darker blood red. Always good. Just to make it just not that little bit of red enough. So next time maybe start immediately with the somewhat darker red. But then on the other hand, I have now already painted it in a color that looks like it. Do not have to completely color everything. Well, I mean, I do have the whole surface to paint, but I don't need exactly to go right to the bones. That is still a little bit of the orange color. You hardly see it. To be honest, I don't even see it. So that is maybe let's use a little bit of the my favorite ochre yellow and a little bit of the orange. Make it a little bit lighter. Are you going to highlight that red certain places? And make it very bright. Maybe a little bit of white in there. Let's see. So, yeah, it is certainly a little bit of an old red rope. I'm not going to completely highlight it, but there are certain points that can use a little bit of a highlight, and especially this knot. The highest parts, you just see a little bit better that there is indeed a knot. And to be honest, that looks so good. I immediately decide, yes, we are going to highlight the whole thing. And it does also look a little bit more faded. bad. The C dot has escaped. A C dot. And a little bit of brown. We have still here. Brown wash. A little bit of the red in there. And get a really dark. I'm now mixing a little bit of the brown wash that I have used. A little bit of the red that I used for the rope. That's a very small. And make it into a darker kind of wash. Because I want to give a little bit of shadow. Yes, I am a little bit making more effort than really needed. Even this is too light, so add a little bit of black to the whole mix. Why does it take so long to paint that mini? Yeah, I am getting caught up in all the little small details. And let's do the same with this knot. Just give it a little bit more contrast. And officially, I even should align the whole thing. Give it a more natural, a little bit of shadow part. As now the red and the brown is touching, the two colors are touching them, the two colors are touching. And in fact I am now manually adding the shadowing of what normally a wash will do. Because these are so small details. That I am a little bit like I can. This one is. I have used a wash, and on that other side I saw a nice shadow between the two colors. Here I don't. So I am adding the shadow, the nice thin wash and a thin brush. Let's keep it a little bit more centered on camera. This is all called lining. Why? Yeah, because you are outlining all the colors and textures. If you overdo it, the whole thing will look more like a cartoon. Which, watch out that you make the lines not too thick and also not too obvious, unless you really want to get a nice comic style mini. The wash is already there. The wash is drying. A little bit of thinner. There we go. And it just adds a little bit more contrast to the minis, to all the colors. And I heard yesterday somebody, and I never thought about that, but a lot of painting you do, especially between the colors and making the contrast between them, like the highlights and the shadows, is very important with a lot of minis, because those are so small, and it's the same technique they in fact use in theaters. The theater production, if you make makeup, it has to be exaggerated, otherwise the public will not see it, or at least not good enough to see it. And we do the same with our minis, or we should do the same with the minis. Good, that's my little knowledge I learned yesterday. Let's see, 15 minutes more to go. A little bit of black wash. I am going to make a mix out of it, as I am. Why? Okay. Oh, that was Nagash. There's so much paint in my well palette that there's a little bit of a crack in it, and all my wash is going straight down the crack. Ugh. Anywho, yeah, let's use this one. So I'm now going to use, as I am, instead of using a wash again on this one, I have used, what was it, Ogren Flesh, so a reddish wash. Gives a nice red color to the already quite red copper color, but exaggerated it a little bit. Now I want to get here a really dark lining. Only if I use black, it will be too dark. If I use brown, it will not be dark enough. Like Sherlock Holmes' pipe, he had to make bigger so the audience. Yes, exactly. That kind of stuff. And that's the whole thing about acting in theaters. At least that is what I now understand. They always make broad arm movements and everything. Why? Because otherwise the public does not see it. And thus I decided to not use a pure brown wash as on this color that will just not be strong enough. I have decided to use a darker wash, so we get a little bit more of a contrast line between these plates. And normally if I would use a wash on something like this, I would cover it completely in a wash. But as I just said, brown is just not strong enough to my liking in this case. And if I would do that with black, then everything would be black again. Oh, let's run a little. I have to paint this part later. But here in this, oh, that's a lot of paint. Sides of the books. The book is again all bone, so I don't have to still have to paint those, so I do not have to really be careful with getting some ink on there. But by the way, I call it now ink, but you probably all better know it as a wash. Although I have heard some people complaining about it. No, wash is the technique, and you use an ink. That is only Games Workshop does call their inks a wash, as everybody uses it is for the technique called a wash. Okay. I guess. But still, I am using it as a wash. And it does say wash on the bottle. Now, what I can do is a little bit of brown wash. And add a little bit of extra shadow just around those dark parts, just a little bit like yeah, a little bit of blending, a little bit of it's not layering, glazing. Just give it just that little bit of a different tone, but not as dark as the whole shadow. And of course I will later on highlight the hell out of it. This is completely in shadow, so I can like that. Now we have, this book is almost done. I'm thinking about the chain around it. It looks too nice. Now is my thing, I could use am I even going to highlight it or just nah. I think if I highlight it, I will get the highlights of it just, so it's probably better to just use the rust effect that I am going to use some Vallejo rust. This is new rust, and I have they have also a bottle with old rust, which almost looks like this, only this is more of a wash. I like it a little bit better. Let's use a, that is my big brush. The only problem that I have with this rust texture, point one, where is the texture? Nowhere, it is just a brown wash, so there is no texture in it. Sorry, Vallejo. And it does foam like crazy. But you do have to shake it well. Yeah, that's good. But, so I'm using a little bit on my, oops, on my palette, not on my wet palette. Yeah. And I use a little bit of the orange next to it. I already make a little bit of the orange and the brown together. We get a nice, and immediately thin it a little bit. The orange is quite thick. Get a a little bit smaller brush. And I'll get the whole give it a nice thick cover of the brown rust all over. I also did use a darker metal color than I normally would, because I wanted to look quite old. This is good while it is still wet, and without cleaning my brush I'm going to dab some of the darker orange on it. Almost 90% of it. Then take again a little bit of the orange without cleaning my brush, but now a lot of orange, but still darkened with the brown, and build it up a little bit. So this is going to be a little bit more carefully placed. Because everything is still wet, it does blend a little bit together, and that's exactly what we want. You can of course build up slowly nice layers of it. Last, a little bit of the pure orange, also thinned. Only on certain spots, especially around the lock. And the nice thing about all these paints is that it is going to be very matte when it is dried, has dried. And let's give it a nice, oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. Well, now it's still wet, still quite shiny. When it is dry and I think there's still not enough orange in it, I will thank you very much, tea kettle. I am indeed very pleased with it. As soon as it is dried, I will try to get a little bit more of the orange around the lock and on a few places of the chain. So you will get, oh, I was out of focus there. So the lock and the, yeah, there we go. And I end with throwing another brush, as it is well, 1 minute to go. I have, let's see, 3 books finished. This book is finished. Even this whole thing is finished right now, so I can glue that onto Nagash. But then I still have to glue on the other two. Also, this book is done. This book I still have. Oh, I'm still focused. Still zoomed in. There we are. So this one is done. This one I still have to do. This one is in fact done. This is halfway done, and this is also right. So I'm very hopeful that next week I can present a completely finished Nagash. I hope, if my work is a little bit nice to me this next week, then and then I will not be starting on the previous bust, not yet. Officially, I still have more than a month. At the end of next month, officially, I, according to my whole community challenge system, that would have been ending next month. But I have some other minis that I still have to paint. I have, and I mean, I have a really nice. What is it? I wanted to say Nurgle Marine. No, it is a Psyker, and it has to be one of corn. Hence all those nice skulls on there. Skulls and bones. But that is a commission that I have to paint and have to start to work on. This is Sarah the Seer from Reaper. Also a commission that I have to do. I do not say that I will do them on stream. But yeah, those are the two things. And officially I even have still to work on these two ladies. Or at least this lady. But it is for 90% done. So yeah, as always, enough work to do. But first, a little bit of rest. As I have to go prepare a D&D for a D&D game tomorrow. Yeah, those are really nice things. The only thing is, especially like that bust and the Nagash, it's taking me now so long. I am getting a little bit bored with it, and then I have no inspiration. The downside of that is if I have no inspiration to finish this, I also have something from I want to maybe paint that, but I have to finish that, so I have no inspiration to paint anything. That is at least my conclusion that I have thought of. So, Nagash, you are going to be finished this week anyway. You are good, and this is where I want to finish my Saturday stream. I want to thank you all for watching, for staying with me, for chatting, and stay safe. Have a great weekend, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye. Oh, wait. Oh, I have my rate reminder over there. Is anybody right now streaming that I follow, that I think is and are they even painting? No, those are all gaming. The only thing, oh, Jimmy the Brush. Yes, raid. Let's raid Jimmy the Brush. Well, in that case, I will keep painting. It's I do like those streams. They do very pleasant people to watch. So again, thank you, and I will go raid, and we go Jimmy the Brush, and then it takes a little bit. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you, and see you all next time.
I'll be back.
Warhammer World in Nottingham, UK, and you know, I think for some of you it'd be great, and for some of you it might be not so great. But you know, if you do get a job there, it is a 50% discount on Games Workshop stuff. Not all Forge World stuff, but predominantly the main heavy load of GW stuff is all 50% off.